James Plays Games.
That's me!
Hey everybody, welcome back to James Plays Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Got some more classic mode for you today. I mean, we're in free skate. It's not we're gonna be doing classic mode stuff though, but it's all part of the big picture. So, Philadelphia, returning from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Let's go. It's been a few months since the release of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 Plus 2, a remake of the first two games. And I was skeptical about it. I wasn't sure I was even going to get it, but then other people got it, and they were playing it, and they were like, this is really good. It feels really good to play. So I got it, and they were right. It does feel really good to play, and there's tons of challenges in there for new players, old players, casual players, more dedicated players. There's lots of stuff to do in that game, including some really high score challenges. And I was chipping away at those until I got to Philadelphia. Some of the other levels, they took me, 1 to 3 days to practice, get good at. Philadelphia took me almost 2 weeks. So, I guess you could say I'm really, really familiar with this level, even though there are some changes in gaps and things between each incarnation. But still, I kind of hate being back in this level. It gives me bad feelings. So let's get through it as quickly as possible and not relive that trauma. Gap time. We're doing a manual up and over the fun box. Now we have a bunch of benches set in against these planters, the grass here. You can just grind a planter and then jump over a bench, and you get bench gap. And you can get that all over the place. There's just a whole row of benches here. There's a whole row of benches over on the other side here. Real good way to get your multiplier up, is what I'm trying to say. Now we want to air over the fun box. And you want to jump when you are on the upslope, clear the flat top, and then land on the downslope. Otherwise, you will not be in the window for that gap to register. Come on over here to what I will generously refer to as a triangle. I'm not even sure what it's supposed to be, but we can grind it and it will set us up nice and straight to hit this kicker. So let me just go ahead and just top off my special and then lose it all. That's there we go. Alright. Grind. Big jump. And we got the world's most obvious gap for clearing the kicker, and then the world's second most obvious gap for getting enough distance to land in a grind on this rail. Now we're going to get just a couple more gaps here. We're going to jump over the stair set, and then we are going to grind a rail upward and jump off at the top, or grind up them stairs. We're going to come over here, and we're going to grind the edge of the planter, and jump and land over here for planter transfer. Maybe see if there's another car coming. There is, so let's go ahead and get a car hop while we have the opportunity. And then we have this rail that goes along the road here. We're just going to grind the whole thing and get little corner grind. Turn back around, and we're going back up the stairs here. We're just going to set ourselves up nice and straight on this rail with a grind. We're going to kick up, chilling on the balcony. There's a fountain over here. I don't know if you noticed it or not. It's kind of small, doesn't really take up much of the level or anything. There's water in there. Water's bad. We want to drain the fountain, which was an actual goal in the original version of this level. There were a bunch of valves up here, and you just needed to skate into them to break them, and the fountain is drained. Here we just have this tiny little baby valve. Just, you barely see it. Bump into it, nothing. So I think, okay, you know, maybe we not a spin on it. We're like turning it. No. Nothing. You just need to do a little rail kiss on it. Fountain drain. Now the fountain is still going, but the pool around it is nice and empty. So that's good for us. We have quite a few things to do over there later. But for now, I'm going to set a restart. Because we have a few gaps that we're going to start from up here. Sometimes it's hard to nail them. Sometimes they don't register. I don't want to have to keep jumping back up here. So let's go and give this one good try here. We want to grind the balcony edge towards the wire over there. And I try to start my grind early on that balcony, because most of the time that works a lot better. But, as you can see, did not want to cooperate. So, let's try again. Still nothing. We try jumping a little further out. There we go. I don't know what they want from me. It's sucky. It's poop. It's bad, stinky poop. Now we want to grind in the other direction. And I want to just try to get a little bit of speed. Nothing too big. And that was not enough. Again, this is why we set the restart. Take two. This looks good. There we are. So railing to planter, you just have to grind on this little edge here. Now while we're here, we're going to grind the edge of this planter, and we're going to jump over a couple posts, land in a grind over here for planter double pillar gap. Hi. Oh, she waved! Oh! Oh, I found a girlfriend, finally. Back up here. And now we want to get up even higher. Let me just do it this way. Because we have a wire that comes off of the back of the building, cuts across the fountain, cuts across most of the level, actually. And we want to... Let's set another restart if I can. Sometimes it tells me no. I don't know why. But we're going to start a grind, and we want to jump off and land on the middle ring there of the fountain for death from above. Yay! Victory jump. Getting that the first try. Go to restart. Back up here, and now we're just going to grind the whole dang wire from end to end. There we go. While we're over here, let's go ahead and get two gaps in one go. We're going to jump up the stair set here and land in a manual. In this case, holy butt manual time. And we are just rolling across this whole top here. And you get to the other stair set, and you get Flatland Tekken. I was always a bigger fan of Flatland Tekken Tag Tournament, though. Felt a little bit faster. I like being able to use more characters in one go. Anyway. THPS. Don't know what that stands for, but we're going to sticker slap it. And then we're going to air over the dang thing. And then finally, we're going to jump off of the ledge that's on the same level as the sign and get into the fountain. Okay, things are going pretty good, if you ask me, which you might be if you're watching this video. You might be wondering, James, how are things going? And I would say, terrible. Really bad. But then you say, no, I mean the game. And I'd say, oh, pretty good. Here's some posts. There's a lot of them around the area. There's even some that were up by that sign up there. And we need to jump over them. And this is an easy post hop. And this one is a regular post hop. What is the difference? I don't know. But one of these posts is just normal, and the other one is easy. Maybe you don't have to put in as much work to take them home with you and just hop that right up in. Okay, moving on. This is generously referred to as a statue. We're going to kick off of one end and go flying across over the other end for statue hop. We're going to kick up and land in a grind on the awning for awning grind. That's all good. We have a gap that kind of sucks for me, where we have to launch off of this kicker and land in a grind on that center ring there. And I sometimes just barely miss. I got a little too much distance, so I missed the grindable edge. Let's try again. This usually takes me a few tries. Hopefully not too many more than that. There we go. Fountain ping. Now we want to grind these rails. Jump. Oh, too late of a jump. Sorry. That's my bad. But we want to grind the pipes there, and then jump over the ring and land in a grind on the other side for Grind of Faith. Give me a second while I take a drink of water. Winter weather equals dry weather, combined with the heat running. My mouth is bad. Doing too much talking. I should just shut up and play the game. But that's then, you know, you could find so many videos of people just doing that. You come here for me and my charming personality as I talk about shoving concrete posts up my ass, apparently. That's where we go with things. A series of ledges, stairs surrounding this fountain. We have quite a few gaps to do, and we're going to go for probably the biggest one. We do a manual, and then we jump, and manual, and jump, and manual, and jump. We're rocking the stairs, and you go nice and slow so that you can time it right, angle yourself right. You actually have to go up the stair portion of each ledge. I'm pretty sure. Unless I just have been getting it wrong this whole time. Now, grind a ledge for the short stair. We're going to turn back around, and now we're going to do a manual across this ledge here. Hopefully that's alright. I try not to jump too late. There we go. So we got a grind and a manual on each one of these ledges. And again. You just want to make sure that you don't jump too far up onto the ledge, because then you kind of miss the trigger window for it to give you that, the manual gaps. And here we are, the long stair. And for this one, since we've got ourselves a nice big area to work with, let's just go ahead and get through it faster with a little butt manual. Or not. Oh, no, that's a little too bad. Too. Oh, okay. We're having technical difficulties here. The game is become sentient. Okay, try this one more time, eh? Memorizing is one thing. Doing it is another thing. Back over here. Back to the little stair set, and this time we're jumping up again. We hit that grind instead of clearing the stair. Jumping up, doing a manual, and this time we're just cutting straight across, going into the street, because we are very smart and we like playing in the street. So Flatland Tekken 2, the street. I didn't like that one. They took out my boy Hwoarang in that one. We have a ledge. We're going to grind this ledge, get a lot of speed, jump to the side so we can get to that rail, and get ledge to handrail. Coming back up one more time. Actually, probably way more than one more time, because this next gap is hard to line up. We're going to grind this ledge again, and you can see at the end right here, this little tiny area that changes your direction and aims you towards this planter down here. We're going to land in a grind on that planter somewhere. Hopefully. Maybe. Let's see how it goes. Okay, that's great. Just visiting. I think you're meant to land on this section here, but I just get so much speed, I clear the dang thing. And if I did everything correctly, if I memorized everything correctly, that should be all the gaps in this whole area out here, which means it's time for the Philly side skate park. And I'm going to just take another drink. It's the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater drinking game. Drink every time I'm good at games. Do not do it with alcohol. You will kill yourself from taking so many drinks, because I'm just so good at games. There's no fence here. It's not here in Free Skate. It will be here in Classic mode. And just to point this out for now, because I don't know if I will have a good opportunity to when the time comes. Look at him go. Look at him. Yeah. This, in the original version of this level, the wire would snap, the poles would fall down, and they would break through the fences. In this version, you have to just skate up the wire to the pole, and that will trigger the fences to explode. For reasons. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, using this kicker, make quite an entrance for Philly side hop. We're going to come over here, and there are 4 lifts to do in this level. Lift gaps. Here's the first one, the big bowl lift. Knock that kid over. He deserves it. Now we're just going to do a ramp-to-ramp over this concrete extension. I do not know why it blacked out like that. I think maybe the camera was clipping through the bridge because I got that much height. Anyway, yeah, concrete gap I think that was. I'm gonna come over here. Philly side mid-bowl lip. And we have pillars. Graffiti-free area. Well, let's see about that. Doom. Okay. Okay. I don't know why. I have no answers. I was gonna say something about Doom Guy from the Doom game Doom, but that was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, the PC version that he was in. I don't know why they would have a Doom graffiti. It's not even the logo. It's just like impact font. It's like a meme. Doom bottom text. Okay. So we want to gap out of this little bowl area behind the pillar and get into the other bowl on the other side of the pillar. And I'm apparently hitting a very magic spot here where that is impossible to do anything. How strange. Maybe it's the graffiti tags messed up the geometry or something. I don't know. But there we go, behind the pillar. Just as long as you air behind the pillar, you're good to go with that. Let me try this manual gap. Doesn't always want to play nice with me. But there we go, manual stimulation. You do a manual through the humps. But the start and end points, I don't think it's like it covers the whole area of the humps. So I think you have to cut through a good amount of distance through here. You can't just go like right in the middle of them. Come over here. Anyway, just keep going through until it gives it to you. Over here, one more lip, the new bowl. Going to do a spine transfer / hip transfer over that little section for the cool QP transfer. We have a pillar right here, this one in particular. We're going to get lots of air up for pillar fight, and the screen got black again. I really think it's just the camera against the bridge there. Over here, where we did our hip transfer, we want to grind and come all the way around. And we're going to get 2 gaps. We got train hard for doing a grind all the way around to the pillar. Then we got pillar hop for gapping over the front of the pillar there. Come on over here, and we have a boob. You think I'm making a joke? I'm not. Oh, okay, I don't think I got enough proper height off of the boob. But we want to land on the box. Boob to box. Look, it's right there in the name. Now we're looking at some rails here. You get track smack for transferring from one rail to the next. Now we're going to just grind a whole rail over here. We get hobo grind. And I'm going to come over here and do a spine transfer into the half pipe for Philly HP transfer. You can also get it by transferring out of the half pipe. And our last lip, the Philly side HP lip. You can do that on either side of the HP. Should just be one gap left, and it's one I really hate. We have to grind this high little wall on the fun box. Land in a grind on this rail here. And I am terrible at gauging how to get this to work. But we did it first try because I'm so freaking great at everything. Totally had you fooled. I saved that for last because I was expecting it to be like 20 freaking tries. I'm bad at this. I swear I'm bad at this. No, I'm not. I did it again. I'm freaking amazing. Oh my god, you've never seen such good gameplay. But Tony Hawk sent me a personally what's the thing with the where they clamp the thing, the symbol or whatever, an official one of those with his name and everything, and he says, "You're so good at this. They should change the name of the games to James Plays Games as Pro Skater." And I said, "No, Tony, no. Don't be so hard on yourself, Tony. I love you." And he said, "I love you too. You're like a son to me. The son I never had." And I said, "Tony, I thought you had like 2 sons, maybe 3. And he said, "Yeah, but I could always use another, and I don't have that. Until I met you." And I said, "Wow. Please give me money. You're rich. I'm not." And he said nothing. He never replied to me again. Let's, look, gaps, everything. I know everything's here. I know it. Look at that. Beautiful. Full list. That's all done. Now we will go into classic mode and knock those goals out. Just like we knocked that rollerblader out, and this rollerblader, and this rollerblader. Yay! Violence is the only option. Canada stressed me out bad. And I was a little worried that that would be what the rest of the levels in classic mode were going to be like for me. But Philly is actually pretty easy, with the exception of the combo line. Getting that started, it's not as smooth as I would prefer, but yeah, there aren't too many problems aside from that to worry about in this level. We got ourselves something nice and simple. So we're heading over in this direction and setting ourselves up to get onto the balcony. We're draining the fountain, and while we're up here, smack our first bag. Get up higher, and now we're grinding this wire across to get the A, and then we jump off to the side to get the S at the end. Hit bag number 2, turn around and launch off the statue up to the awning, and just get that K hanging out in the air. Turning around now, going back to where we started, setting up near this hot lady, and it's time for combo. I deliberately get off my board so I can deliberately grind the right pipe so I don't accidentally get a stat point. And now we just want to slow things down a little bit. Jump to get that T out of the air. And now we just got to keep going and get our points. Here is the big multiplier add up that I mentioned during getting gaps. Get quite a few bench gaps there. And there we are. We got enough points. That's good. Head on over into Philly side. And we get our last bag. And hanging out in the air over here is the E. We just gotta launch up with enough air to snag that. There we are. So that is the first run all done. Really not too bad at all. Just that combo is a little bit of a pain. I'm gonna just go back and complain about it, I guess. But yeah, we jump for that C out of the air, and presumably we're supposed to land in a grind on these pipes, which can be hard with my current stats, but usually when I do, I land on the left pipe, and that lines me up to collide with the stat point. We don't want that. Then after that, we have to jump off to then get to the ledge where the M is. Like I said, just a little bit of a rougher setup. It's not as smooth as some other combo lines we've seen. Okay, next time we have to smash 5 hoagies. Wouldn't it make more sense for them to be cheesesteaks, though? I don't know. Is a cheesesteak a hoagie? I mean, the hoagies in the level are not cheesesteaks, but is a cheesesteak classified as a hoagie? Can somebody fill me in on that? And we're going to triple heel flip over the Thip sign and get the secret tape and get the stat points. Like last time, we're heading in this direction, setting ourselves up to get on top of the balcony and draining the fountain. Now you probably saw this hoagie and this stat point. So now we can get those. Here's another stat point hanging out over here. Just a little wall ride, and Wally will get us that. Turn around, and we're going to grind the edge of this planter. Picks up, and we can get that secret tape. Originally, the secret tape was where we got the A, so this is another example of where they changed its location. It's weird how they did it for some levels, but not for others. We get hoagie number 2. Now we get up onto the awning. Get hoagie number 3. There's a stat point hanging out in the air there, and I think the intended way is to actually jump to it from the stair set over there, but our stats are not good enough for that. However, they are just barely good enough to get it out of the air by jumping that way, building up a little speed on that walkway first. Come over here. Here's the Thip sign. Triple heel flip. Grab that stat point. Make our way back up. And we're just going to do a little climb and jump. And that's all 5 hoagies. Come back over this way. We need to open up the skate park again. There we go. And just jump on in. You can see this is our final stat point here. And the way we get that is we just grind around this and jump for it. Very good. Very good. Victory 900, because I feel very good. Okay. Very nice runs there. Let's go ahead and finish off Lip, and then we'll just add 2 points to Air and 2 points to Ollie. Not too much to notice, but just enough that it might make a difference if we need it. I still don't know if we need it. We could have used it here, actually, for getting that stat point slightly easier. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We can always readjust. You might notice we have 1 level left and 10 stat slots. But there's only going to be 5 stats here in LA. Are we going to have an incomplete skater? Spoilers, no. No, we're not. But next time, we're going to Los Angeles. So I will see you for that. Love ya. Mwah. Bye-bye.